What's going on, one and all, and welcome back into One Way Bay, where I'm down here in the Transportation District, because we have some choices to make in this episode, and we also have way too much residential demand for One Way Bay. I've never seen this demand so freaking high. We're losing people, yet we still have a crazy amount of demand, so I think we should probably work on getting some housing in this episode. But first, let me tell you what I did in between episodes. Not too much, but there were some significant things. So the first thing, I was watching the last episode back, and I was like, the train track went through here, if you don't remember, and I was like, this takes up way too much room. So I compacted it down into this cool little S-bend thing, and we're gonna get all of this land back. So basically, I'm gonna take the terraform tool, we're gonna delete these walls, and we're kind of wrap the walls around like this. So that'll give us a bunch more room behind the hospital where we can probably put some parking, but also put some sort of like shopping area, maybe some commercial. And then housing is gonna be huge. This is gonna be a really big area for us to go ahead and put some more residencies up. But yeah, this is what happened over here. A little bit of tree manipulation, but not too much. And actually, we could probably use a little bit more throughout here. Just ever so slightly, like through here. And then around the side, like so. But yeah, yeah, that's that. And then over here in Suburbia, you'll notice I went ahead and added a little bit more. I do want to tweak this a little bit more, but I left it for on screen because, I don't know. I got basically a little pattern down here, you'll see. It doesn't do too much in terms of, I don't know, waste of land. I mean, there is some gaps that aren't going to have any, like, houses on them, but I figure we'll put some trees in there, make this kind of a green district. I think that's gonna do us pretty well, and we're gonna have to upgrade a couple of these. Basically, this whole outer perimeter, I feel like taking out and then making it kind of slither around more, kind of like this one. So we'll have kind of the slithering hills of Suburbia over here. And also in Suburbia, I went back and I redid some of this stuff. So basically, cars can come down this way, they can then get on the highway, both directions, and then traffic on the highway can then get off of the highway in both directions and continue down toward the... what is that? If this is north, I think we determined, they'll be able to head down toward the west. And then the next street over is going to be a street that cuts back to the east, so we do have both on and off ramps for each highway back onto this direction. So this is a really cool little thing, and then anybody coming off of this direction will be able to come sweep through the slithering hills of Suburbia back around to the other side of Suburbia, which is not so slithering at the moment, but it's gonna stay as is for now. Actually, did we check out? Yeah, I mean, I was talking about the houses in the last episode, and yeah, we're getting yelled at for power, mostly because I realized this watching back last episode, and the only thing that's powering this entire area is one advanced wind turbine at this point. This isn't connected to the main grid whatsoever. So I'm thinking we should probably do that right away, because we definitely have enough, not enough demand, enough supply, I guess, of electricity back in the mainland. And, yeah, I'm just gonna connect this up really quick. It's not gonna look pretty for now, but that's fine. It doesn't have to at this point. But that should all go away up there now. Cool. Also, I forgot to mention that I sunk this train line down a little bit, and I tweaked this bridge. It now kind of... Actually, I could probably do that a little better. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that right away, just to make it look a little bit better. I don't think I can lower this one because that highway ramp is right there. So let's just kind of make this slope a lot more gentle than it... Oh, wow, that's not gentle at all. Yeah. Something like this, I'm thinking... where? Something like to here. And then the rest of this will come down like this. That works for me. I like that a lot better. So yeah, now that bridge looks a little better, and the trains over the long run won't have to try to, you know, produce as much electricity? Enough energy to go up. I'm assuming all of the trains in City Skylines are electric because they have these grids over top of them, and I think all the trains actually connect up to those grids. Let's go down to the train yard and see. Yeah, they actually feed off of the wire, which poses the question, shouldn't the train lines require more electricity? Like, if you lay more lines down, shouldn't you have to pay more in electricity? I would think so. But, you don't, so I don't know. Maybe it's on some sort of national grid system, but, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get back down into Suburbia a little bit and zone the rest of this. I'm gonna actually take this one away. We do have a very big decision to make, and that is regarding the Expo Center. So you guys, basically a split consensus. I gave you guys 3 options, A, B, and C. A being the, I should go over here and explain this. A being to put the Expo, whoa, what a plane. Expo Center right here. Option B was to move the Posh Mall and put the Expo Center here. And C was to pick your own area. So I had one person, I think, really want A. One person really wants to move the Posh Mall and put it here. And then the third person wanted to put the Expo Center over here in Suburbia. So decisions have to be made. I'm going to think that one through while I kind of lay this one down. And I'll kind of rationalize it, I guess, here in this episode. So what I'm kind of leaning toward, I think, is moving the Posh Mall. Right now, basically, here's my mentality. So the Expo Center with the Rush Hour mod, actually, we do have an event right now scheduled at the aquarium. Nice. Yeah, so with the Expo Center, we'll be able to schedule a bunch more events. Now, I don't know the capacity on those events. What are they? They're not going to show me here. So I don't know how many people the Expo Center can fit in. But if we put it here, it's our safest bet because we have so much transportation basically centralized and pointing right to the Expo Center. So we can schedule as many events as we want, and basically this district will be able to handle it no problem. I'm going to turn this back on. I just noticed this. It was kind of hiding there. But yeah, so basically that. We'll close this mall down, which is basically not any, it's not a far tale to close a mall in modern day America, I guess, right? So we're gonna move that over to somewhere in Suburbia. It seems like you guys really want to see something in Suburbia, which I'm totally down for. So let's go ahead and basically put the mall in Suburbia. Does that make sense? I think it kind of makes sense. I'm not sure if it makes complete sense. But we'll kind of probably put it... Oh, boy. Where do we want to put it? Right here? Like, right here. I wonder if we can move it. Can we afford to move it? Let's check. Where is it? It is right here. Okay, let's go ahead and move it. And if we move it, it's going to cost us $28,000. We can... Yeah, we could put it right here. And then we could line... some some trees and parking lots around it, or we can maybe move it down here and have like a whole... Actually, that's not a bad idea either. We could put it right on this river. That could be a really cool little thing. Should we do that maybe? That's a good idea. Is it though? I think the terraform tool is gonna help. We'll be able to put this right down here. I'm thinking if we kind of terraform this down like this, there'll be a little bit of a cliff down here, but it'll be kind of cool to just kind of sit it down here. Oh, speaking of terraform tools, I got a recommendation to use the terraform tool that doesn't cost money. Is that true? Does this not cost money if I go in here? Let's see. Wow. It doesn't cost money. Wow. I didn't know that was a thing. Is this cheaty? Does anybody feel like this is cheaty? I kind of feel like it's a little cheaty. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. Should I do this even though, it's not going to cost us anything? Also, I don't really like this terraform tool a lot because, Well, first of all, I can't expand with the plus minus keys. I'm trying to hit it right now. And it's not doing anything. So with this terraform tool here, I can actually, you know, make this bigger and smaller. That's kind of nice. And then it's way more functional. This other modded terraform tool is way more functional. There's a lot. I think it does the job a lot better, to be honest. No shot to Paradox or Colossal Order for that, but I just think the other one is gonna make my job a lot easier. So, okay, we're in a bit of a death issue at the moment, but hopefully, wow, actually, people are dying, so that plummeted. That demand just went straight down. Wow. It was all the way up at the beginning of this episode, and I only placed, like, a few houses. But, oh well, let's go ahead and delete this road and start to redesign this in here. It should work. I don't know why it wouldn't work, actually. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. But, snapping, come back on, okay. I'm thinking, basically, just the more snakiness, the cooler at this point, I'm thinking. So this is just gonna break so much of the organization that we had in the grid system for most of this city. I mean, this city's been very grid-based for a long while, but this whole development back here is gonna be a nice, pleasant change from what it was, or from what the city looks like from afar at this point. So I'm liking how this is looking right now. I'm just gonna fill in some of this other property back here, although we haven't even filled all of this yet, so that's interesting. We're also gonna need to look at getting some schools. We don't have any schools, and actually we have our first commercial building, which is a quiet corner shop. It's ironic because it's actually not placed on a corner. Actually, I lied. This may have been our first one, and it's a Big Bite. Who doesn't love the Big Bite in One Way Bay? I mean, Big Bite is probably the reason for most of our death waves, to be honest. Everyone probably, you know, eats too much fast food and dies all at the same time. So, let's go and check out this aquarium event now. Yeah, so people are moving in once again. According to Propane Dragon, who actually watches the series, so if you guys ever want to, like, reach out to him, put something in the comments, say hi to him at least, because he watches this series and always likes to see how the Rush Hour mod is doing it, or is doing, so he can make tweaks. So yeah, the last time we had an event down here in Springler Row, we actually lost money. I talked to him, he said it was a revenue at the, remember it said like maximum profit and then our profit? Basically that wasn't profit, that was revenue, so we actually lost money. But he said the event looked like it really went well, so he was gonna make some tweaks and see what he could do to make that a little better. But anyway, what is going on? That's weird, I think, right? So, the event either just concluded or just, I thought it said started on that pop-up, but apparently it trickled over. Oh, there it is. It was just delayed. It didn't, wow, okay. All right, so yeah, that's what happened. The event was scheduled very strangely, and it carried over from one day to the next, and basically the pop-up didn't go away until the next day rolled through and the event concluded. So that was a little strange. Nothing to be too alarmed about, but I don't know. Let's get back into Suburbia a little bit, check this out, and actually let's plan where we're gonna move the Posh Mall to. And also, as I'm looking at this, I kind of want to run another road up here, and then through maybe in tandem with this train line. And I don't know if that's going to be a good spot for mining. I guess it will be. I really can't tell at this point. Let's go into the natural resources. And that's outside connection. There it is. Yeah, that's actually going to be a really good spot for mining. So yeah, we'll have some mining operations going on through the mountains. That'll be kind of cool. Actually, now that I look at it, we don't really have... Maybe that's why our industry isn't taking off. There's actually not really any minerals over here. So maybe we should, well, beside the fact that there's really no demand for it right now, but yeah, maybe we should develop more back here and do more of this zoning back through here where there's a richer area of minerals to mine. So, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to put one down here. And by that I mean 3. And then we'll see if those end up becoming property. Actually, I kind of want to just take the smooth tool back here just a little bit and smooth this all out a little bit. So yeah, that looks good now. I like that. Maybe we should do something in the middle of this roundabout. What do you guys think? Anything? Maybe just take the terrain tool and just do like this. Yeah, sure. It's like a volcano roundabout now or something. I don't know. I like it. I think maybe. You guys let me know. I guess I can always flatten it back out, but it's kind of interesting. A little something something up there. And you know what? To top it off, we'll put a rock at the top. Boom. This will be a volcano rock, even though it's not a volcano. It's a I don't know. It's a place of worship for the ancient one-way bayers. One-way bayers. One-way bayans? One-way bay folk? You guys should probably let me know what we should call people from One-Way Bay. You know? Like New York has New Yorkers. I don't know what they call people from Michigan. Michiganians. But yeah, what should we call people from One-Way Bay? I'm honestly not really sure. Okay. Nope, don't want to load a game. Let's go ahead and act like we're going to move the Posh Mall once again, but we're not going to. We're just going to come over here and check it out. Check out this. Where... It seems like that'll be enough, but I'm not sure if we want to put it down that far. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, maybe we want to take it up to, like, here. And that was a colossal waste of money, and I don't think we're going to have enough money to actually complete this right now. Maybe we will, actually. I'm not sure. Looks like we do. So that's nice. And then, yeah, this is just going to be a really cool area where the mall is going to be able to be, like, on the bend, on the river. And then we'll probably decorate with, like, a path around it. A nice little scenic walkway around it. That'd be kind of cool. But we're going to have to take a road down to it first. And by that, I mean maybe we should just lay a road down and then see if that's where we could put the mall. Actually, I like that. Let's go grab the mall once again, bring it over, and see if it can fit over here. Not enough money, but it's not complaining about location. So there is, yeah, this'll fit, this'll work really well. And now I just gotta somehow bring the road down here from right here. I also like this because there's a lot of access to it. So basically this whole road runs this way. And so anybody coming off the highway can get onto it and go this way. And then once we loop this back around, go away, Poshball. Once we loop this back around, people can then jump back over and get over to here. We're gonna have to do something with the buses, maybe. Or something. The other option that I thought of, but I'm not sure I want to do, is to move, instead of going to Suburbia, maybe moving the mall somewhere around here. I mean, this looks like a mall parking lot anyway. So maybe we just move it, instead of down by the river, maybe we'll move it, like, right out here. I mean, we could put it... Oh, that's not a road. I was trying to connect it up to that arch, but it's not a road. So, yeah, maybe we could put it, like, right here. Guys, let me know in the comments. So, the decision has been made to take the Posh Mall out of Pleasure Town. The Expo Center will go here because of transportation and logistical reasons. And then the Posh Mall will be moved, but you guys need to tell me where we should move it. And this time, there's only 2 options. So, option 1, option A over here in Suburbia on the river, or option 2, option B, whichever you want to use, goes over here near the transportation hub. Either right here, or maybe... Yeah, maybe that's the only place. Maybe right there. So, yeah, let me know what you think of that. I kind of like this over here. I think it would look good. I mean, that building's kind of cool, and it's going to look really cool if it's surrounded by trees. So I'm kind of leaning toward that one, although it will also look really cool if it's on the water. I'm just worried about how this road would connect up to it. Let's actually see if we can connect it right now. Actually, that's not ultra bad. It's not great, but it's not the best. So, you guys let me know. In the next episode, we're going to go ahead and probably put a school system in Suburbia. We're going to need that. We're going to see if Soothville ever realizes that it's a district and starts to grow some industry. And then, I don't know, if we need to work on something, I'll probably take out these walls. Actually, let's do that right now since I'm literally doing it at the moment. I'll probably work on these walls in between episodes, and then we'll come back and do some stuff, you know? Hopefully we're not in the middle of a crisis. I mean, there's a little bit of death going on right now, but it's not that bad. So, guys, that's another episode of One Way Bay. I hope you're still loving this series as much as I am. Thumbs up if you are, thumbs down if you don't like it, or just this video. It doesn't really matter at this point. Let me know about option A and B in the comments with the Posh Mall, and we'll get back at it in the next episode. And I'll see you then. Stay tuned.